Thanks for coming back, dude. So today you're going to learn the highest mobility, highest recovery, highest ability regen rates for all the exotic builds in the game. Some subclass specific, some neutral, some tree specific, and at the very end I'll go over a few exotics that I feel like didn't make the cut because of specific reasons, and go over all that stuff. But anyways, let's get it started. I'm going to show you the subclass neutral builds first because it makes sense. That means you can put it on any subclass and it works wonders for anything that you're doing. So, Eye of Another World. This helmet marks priority targets and buffs ability regen. The thing about this helmet is it revolves around a great build, meaning you got to have some good ability regen perks on your armor to really get the most out of this helmet, and you have to wreck pretty hard with it to get those because you have to use those abilities on your other armor. So, I'll explain more of that as we go along. 1 mobility, 2 recovery. Throw an impact mod on it that gives you a guaranteed 45-second melee coming down from a minute 22. I'm going to say a minute 20 though because I'm going to round numbers to keep it simple in this video, but like I said, this helmet revolves around your other abilities and your other mods to make it the most functional. So that's probably why you see a lot of people not using it. Moving on to the gauntlets. 1 mobility, 3 recovery, impact induction mod. That way when you do melee kills, charge melee kills, body hits, it charges the grenade even further. Just by having the helmet on, it's 45 seconds stock, but you can get 32 seconds to 37 seconds depending on how many melees you're doing with the impact induction going on. Now moving on to the chest piece, 2 mobility, 2 recovery with a super mod. By having the super mod with the Eye of Another World, you're looking at around a minute and 20 to 2 minute supers on average. With enhanced heavy lifting, which I don't have, if you do the math on it, you're looking at around 45 second to a minute 30 second supers if you get that perk. 2 mobility, 2 recovery legs with a grenade charge mod. By having the grenade charge mod, you're now getting yourself into 25 to 30 second grenades. By having impact induction, Eye of Another World, and the grenade charge mod on, and then you have traction that is giving you enhanced turning, more mobility. Remember, you add 1 on top of your mobility every time you had traction because it's a hidden perk. And then a super mod on your cloak with recuperation, so when you touch an orb you're automatically healed. And if anybody's like still confused on what traction does, you basically just add 1 on whatever your mobility says, because it shows you that it goes up 1 but it actually goes up 2, so if you take it off you drop your mobility by 2 points. So just so you know that, you can watch a video where I show that in depth or whatever, but just letting you know. So this is a 709 build, 7 mobility, 9 recovery, Eye of Another World. Used for any subclass you want to put it on. Void, Solar, Arc, it's ready to go. The Ophidian Aspect, my favorite Warlock exotic. 1 mobility, 2 recovery, an impact mod taking to a minute 2 seconds for your melee, enhanced heavy lifting because it's the most beast thing you can have on a helmet. All my helmets are going to require you to have that, so just so you know. Ophidian Aspect, improved weapon ready speed, reload, and melee range. So it's basically not like having Outlaw, but it feels like you're running around with Outlaw all the time, even though it's not as fast as Outlaw. It's still really fast. Throw a recovery mod on it, 2 mobility, 2 recovery, impact induction comes straight from the collection tab. If you're not a very aggressive fighter or don't fight up close to targets a lot, you may not see the point in the Ophidian Aspect, but these allow you to get in super close to target. If you got submachine guns on, shotties on, whatever, you can just keep blasting away without that much of a pause, and there's no chances of you getting like stuck up on a reload, you know, getting killed by a guy running up on you or something, you know, something like that. They're just always ready, dude. I've always loved them. So 2 mobility, 2 recovery, super mod on this hoe, and then whatever chest piece perks you want. Same legs, traction, grenade charge mod gives you about 32 second grenades with the impact induction, and then with the recovery and recuperation, touch the orb and you're good to go. So with the Ophidian Aspect build, dude, like I'm telling you, this is an up close, just disastrous build for the ads, man. So yeah, I'm going to show you some gameplay on it. That way you can kind of see, you can put it on any subclass you want and they're just ready to beast and go. Here's some of the reload speed on it. This is one of those common hand cannons you get. Here's the ridiculous reload speed on this gun. Watch this. This gun has drop mag, but look at that with the Ophidians. It's retarded fast. Throwing rockets, dump them off quick, ain't a thing. Right here, running up on dudes. Watch me get the gun out, the ready speed. That way I can get it out in time and fire it by the time I landed. But yeah, it's all about getting up close. Oh, run out of bullets, gotta shoot that quick. Ophidian Aspect got you covered. Right here, you got a Well of Radiance build going on, maybe, so you chose that. You got this thing ready to go with Ambitious Assassin on this. If you haven't bought this gun back, dude, it's the SOS Fusion. It's sick. But yeah, reload speed, that thing usually reloads so slow, but that really makes it manageable. So yeah, get up in that grill, get ready to go with the Ophidian aspect. In my face, bruh. Right there, didn't have my weapon loaded, but I was able to throw it in real quick. And then you want to dump rockets on all targets, basically. Like, it's retarded, dude. Just keep throwing them in with the Braytech Osprey, which I already knew was going to be beast and Forsaken with all the ads they got in this hoe. So anyways, man, that's the Ophidian aspect. Super beast 809 build, ready to get in and help you out. Alright, so with this next build, I would say put Devour on with these. It makes the most sense in my opinion, but you don't have to use it. Devour is, every time you melee kill, you get your charge, you can do a 9-second timer to keep killing ads and fully restore your health, basically. So just flick them on, you don't have to do nothing else to them. Turn them on, throw an impact mod on it. That way you have dual impact mods, but it gives you, 2 melees, basically. So dual impact mod, you're getting 50-second melees, basically. So it's coming back quick. And like I said, with Devour, igniting touch, strike an enemy to explode them, or with the Rising Storm, the electrocuting melee ability at extended range recharges your super grenade in melee. So pretty beast. Winter's Guile, enhanced heavy lifting, is still a better supercharge than hands-on. So even though you're using melee specific gauntlets, still go with the enhanced heavy lifting. It's still way more beast, but throw an impact mod on these and the Claws of a Hamakara, and you'll be at a 709 build with both of those being on. The Winter's Guile, the melee damage is ridiculous on it, dude. I want to say it's almost like hitting them with a rocket, it seems like. But yeah, you can see here, it goes away really fast. That's because it does a ton of damage. That's why it doesn't have a huge timer. They don't want you to be able to cheese that and, exploit it or whatever. I don't know what you would call it, but yeah, it's super badass. Watch this yellow bar right here. Goodbye. And by having this, it requires you to kind of wreck up close. So I wanted to have at least that 9 recovery and stuff, the dual impact mods as well, So it's made for being up close. And then also recuperation. By having that with the orbs, if you use masterwork weapons, you can make orbs. So while you're fighting up close, if you are damaged and your shield gets busted, you're not out of the fight, you know what I mean? Recuperation will put the health right back and keep you wrecking up close. Just use, like I said, masterwork weapons to create the orbs, and you're good to go. I don't have these, but Controverse Hold, Chaotic Exchanger. This resists incoming damage while charging your Void Grenade with Chaos Accelerant, Feed the Void, or Handheld Supernova. So charge Void Grenades return a random amount of grenade energy on a hit. I don't know how much, charge it gives back, but I would imagine these are pretty beasts with the Void build. So I would just throw these on 709 stock, add whatever mod makes sense to you for the roll that drops, basically. You know what I mean? So if it comes with impact induction, then put a recovery mod on it, So it's just up to you. So Well of Radiance build. So this is basically you throw your attunement thing down to basically recharge your allies' health and, just basically beast while you're in it. You can't really die when you're in a Well of Radiance. So just chunk that hoe down and you're good to go. You got Guiding Flame. Striking an enemy with this melee ability inflicts burn damage and empowers yourself and nearby allies, so you can do more bonus damage while this is procced. And then you have Benevolent Dawn. Healing or empowering allies regenerates your grenade, melee, and rift energy. Divine Protection. Hold L1 to convert your grenade into basically a blessing you can throw to heal yourself or heal allies. So basically just hold L1, charge it. This is on PlayStation, so it's L1 for us. So same helmet, impact mod, 1 mobility, 2 recovery. Throw the Sun Bracers on, 2 mobility, 2 recovery. What these are used for is if your well is getting bombarded, you can throw a grenade down that burns for 8 seconds, basically. So they're already good to go. And then super mod here, grenade charge mod with the traction legs. And then with your bond, use a super mod on the bond. So you have dual super mods to help get your Well of Radiance back faster. But this entire build is meant for protection. You get a grenade that burns for 8 seconds. Plus when you do a melee kill, you can throw 5 grenades basically, or 5 seconds worth of grenades. So it's kind of a beast. 808 build, good to go. Alright, next up, same helmet, impact mod, enhanced heavy lifting, 1 mobility, 3 recovery gauntlets with a recovery mod, and then you got impact induction. That means, the melee kill thing with the grenades. And then the chest piece, grant super energy for kills and assists while inside the Well of Radiance. Throw a recovery mod on it. You don't need a super mod for this, promise you. It comes back so fast that it's not worth wasting more than 1 super mod. So just use the super mod on the bond and then use recuperation so that when your well of radiance ends, you have a lot of orbs waiting around to still heal you and your allies that are wearing recuperation as well. So 809 stats once you put the recovery mod on. I don't have it on right now, but it would have been 809, and then +1 because the traction. Alright, so you throw it down and watch how fast the super comes back. I just wanted to show you the gameplay with this. It's super fast, man. Like, I would prefer this over the Sunbracer build, but I'm not going to discredit the Sunbracer build because it saved me countless times before I got this chest piece. So I'm not going to discredit it like that. It's still a beast setup as well. But the super times on this chest piece are just phenomenal, dude. Like, 30-second or less is nuts. Like, it averages like a 1.5 minute super just by having that one mod on. You know, with enhanced heavy lifting and all the other stuff working for it. So no matter if you're trying to be a support class player that your team will love, or if you're going solo, the recharge rates with this will just never let you down. On to the final build, the Arc build. Now I prefer using bottom tree if you're ever going to use the Arc class. I think it's the most destructive class that you can have. The new Chaos Reach, it just isn't meant for me. I just think it's too fast, it's too sporadic. I just don't really care for it that much. It does a lot of damage, but it's mainly for single targets. You can take out way more targets with landfall and the duration of the bottom tree, basically. And then you also have the Arc Soul buddy with you, and landfall is like a ground slam, so you can stagger enemies, go off while your allies take care of the staggered enemies. But Arc Soul, this guy hits pretty hard, especially if you get a team of 6 or even 3 with this guy on their shoulder. He will show you where people are at before you even see them as well. And then you have Electrostatic Surge, which gives your rift back faster when your allies and friends are near you. So basically, you always got that Arc Soul buddy going on, especially when you have Crown of Tempest on, and that's the exotic you're going to use for this. Now, if you can find it with enhanced heavy lifting, you really have a broken helmet as well, because it's not uncommon to get a minute to a minute 15-second supers with Crown of Tempest, 2 mobility, 2 recovery, throw a recovery mod on it. The recharge rates are phenomenal. 10 to 15-second grenades. If you have impact mod on, impact induction, 1 mobility, 2 recovery on the arms, whatever the bottom tree you want on the arms, but those 2 right there, super fast stuff. Same chest piece, super mod, whatever the perks you want, 2 mobility, 2 recovery. Like I said, with all my gear, it's pretty much keep a lot of the same stuff on, only have to maneuver certain pieces around to get to changed builds, basically. And that's what I like, is you can get the high mobility, high recovery, high recharge rates, without having to change a lot of stuff, and it's ready to go, basically, so fast changing. This is different from my 10-0-10 build, but it's got enhanced charge rates, so I always wanted to have a 10-0-10 build. I thought 10 mobility, 10 recovery was awesome, but with the recharge rates as fast as they are on here, I mean, 10 to 15 seconds back. I mean, look at that. I threw it back. It's already halfway there. And if you have the Arc Soul guy going with you, killing things, it's going to be even faster. And by the time you use your super, like I said, it's a minute to a minute 15 seconds common. Then you can also have all your abilities recharged by the time that super ends, as long as you had adds to kill. So another strategy you can choose to do as well while you're, getting your recharge rates back. So throw your stuff down and then throw your Arc guy out, and he will also recharge your things for you. So you can just basically pink away on certain ads health, and then don't kill them. Let the Arc guy kill them for you. And then, if you have a team of like Crown and Tempest on, that'd be so stupid, but it'd be crazy as well. But watch this. I'll go ahead and pink some of their health down right here, and then let the the Arc guy, he is like a Psy, cutting through them, slashing away, electrocuting dudes. But yeah, already have my grenade back. Watch my super meter as well. Crazy. Super's back all the time with this. All the abilities back all the time. Just landfalling and smashing ads. Now here are the exotics that I just felt didn't make the cut, because Nazarick Sin is too specific. And then with School of Ahamakara, I get enough Nova Bombs with the other perks that I have, so this really not needed at all, especially with the crappy stats that these two have. They're just way too specific. The Stag requires me to be dead or almost dead to get any benefit out of this, and the stats on it suck, so it wasn't worth my time as well. So, I don't know, I don't really care for that one. And then Starfire Protocol, that's the weakest grenade. Fusion grenades, they're just not that good. And then Transversive Steps, I find myself using this on patrol more than anything, like Mercury, to get around faster. I wouldn't take this into anything too hard. And then Chromatic Fire, a lot of people I'm sure love this, but it's more of a show thing than anything. It's cool, the cool factor, I guess. You're only going to use this when there's a lot of thrall around. It's just kind of like, ooh, look at that, yeah, It's not going to really help you out as much as you think it will, and the stats on it aren't that great. Karnstein Armlets, I would still use these if they were like they used to be when D1 launched, or D2 launched, what am I talking about? but they used to give you all your health back whenever you just did a melee hit or whatever, so they were a lot better back then. But in year 1 they were a lot better. Verity's Brow, I get my grenades back fast enough. I really don't need to waste it on that. And then Geomag Stabilizers, I don't like Chaos Reach, so sprinting can add super energy. What does that mean by can add? Like it might, may not, you know, it could do it. I don't know what that even means, but those might be for somebody, but not for me. I just don't really care for them that much. They are good stats, but I just don't really care for them that much. But anyways, dudes, that's it, man. Hope you enjoyed this. That is the best exotics for the mobility recovery recharge rate. I will catch you on the next one in space. Take it easy, bros.